47 minutes past the hour of 7 meeting at the Mansan Son for Kojo Preko Dankwah. You just joined us at Kessben TV. Watching Emma Kwaba Saso and I will join in a 92.9. Medawase Saudi will feed you at 92.9.
Memo watching Emma Kwaba about Kessben 92.9 and I feel so a Kessben TV swore Kessben Maakye Sunye meeting at the Mansan Son for Kojo Preko Dankwah. And I may catch you say in a day a dafo for a wabra boom and until was around the pay we are boy a woo a way. Sorry waka na fa kukudru enante nenye gidi se eye den a erade ebeye amount and until we break through ebebaso. Sorry na fa wo fidie no eto 92.9 and after so Kessben TV on DSTV channel 364 and then on Go TV channel 121 meeting at the Mansan Son for Kojo Preko Dankwah.
47 minutes past the hour of 7 meeting at the Mansan Son for Kojo Preko Dankwah. You just joined us. Yeah, that's sports team. And I said someone there, you kick off in the break. We are still live. How are you, Kessben Maakye? I'm Mansan Son for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Martina say. Now I mean, can be being sure way. And your office in the office. And then your office in the say, OBSC, then 2 be no Wakwa Jibi now, so the office. That be that. Yanyanesa. That because you Jackie Jaisa Yanyanesa. Office in the wood jet, as I would in the year. As I would jail, who say yes, would jet. Now this year, I can't anymore, Casano. I just said, where Jumano and El Coswano. I didn't make come for you after that Twin Towers. I'm out by your office. There will be a restaurant, there will be a optical services, and consultancy firm. And I said, there will be a mall. And I said, Suku be na person will be a. Now, would you correct? Office a party, I'm a patch away. I said that Twin Towers. And I'll be back. Jack, men not out. I said that Twin Towers. And when I Kessben 92.9, so on. I didn't know they were moody and who say yes, customers on a bar never. Oh, better workers in the crowd and I saw to say yes, environment in the Koye. 80 and in 10 way, now bed your shop, now bed your office, now bed a mini hospital, now bed we see you. And I was set to up, get in 10 way, that's that Twin Towers. I was home out, you were him for your cycle. The city center, I always say, a hundred minute walk. I didn't hear an terminal BGB. I said that Twin Towers, office, papa, office, I said, you can see how come, baby, a blue and yellow glass on at the form, so the boss of the form. 80 year in term way, now BGB. Now fire will shop no office, optical services, now better will be no branch, now better will be a cycle, nature. A trade never cost one. Traffic no hard. Transportation, your problem was second. So I win it. 80 and in 10 way. My angel bago soon move. The Dutch Bube ye party and I said that Twin Towers and a office workers and all. But you're left in the edge of my elevator name. The security city of wow and the Muye pa. 80 and in 10, Nabajibi, Nabab. But your AF friend numbers way 0244 900 449 0244 900 449 Answer says 0205110001. 0205110001. Now them paying for new common about your office in security and the bimbo and the office in India. The patrowa beji in this sense a boy nyadia sabi ube nu huda. 80 and in term. Now brass that Twin Towers. I was circle here. Maybe a Kessben FM 92.9. I want no more. On sabe kanye. I mean, conscious diagnostic here herbal industry. As I mean, conscious on what they are 1374 about. A droshun kokra. Jack a drawing. A koye bruta. If I 2026 and beyond, if I baby towai. The bebwapa. T74. I fear a diagnostic herbal industry for harbor. Almost a koye. Just to make conscious a koye. Obia see a koye. Get in time way. Nabejibi. Warrior high blood pressure, high blood sugar, chronic wounds, hepatitis B and C, HIV, kidney infections, liver infections, ulcer, prostate enlargement, bad breath, ulcer, and after to menstrual pain. What chronic cough, what asthma, what chest pain, what arthritis. But when you know 9 and Honoba, you 1374 T74. The guy named near T74. 80 and in term way. Now the diagnostic herbal industry from good from on pay a yes, a draby, a bebwapa, local herbal shops and our face 7. Meda was say so do a video no ato Kessben 92.9 and our face so what warrior Kessben TV mo watching Emma Wakwaba eba Jumedi so me ka will say Jumedi the break from now to 9:45 there you don't want to be this sound komo hanam or text messages and our face so WhatsApp messages in na me pacho fanina ebra making kind nyina eso amount me ka say what DSTV channel 364 and our face will Go TV so Go TV channel 121 or Facebook so Kessben TV koho like it na face so comment me na share page ni mame me hwe bibia eso ama wo honum sa so and am sabe kame ewo Kessben 92.9 and also Facebook wono so onsa ebe kame ewo honum na fe ye ni nkomo na fe ye hwe de ekoso mane ene nkomo eba be din nyina no e betimi ahwe ni nyina ene special guest be din nkomo afa what is really transpired wonim say ye keka ko ankasa ene 12th of January 31st of January here live where Kessben so no you be bro live up to date what is going to happen when it comes to the MPP primaries and I face so the cost 31st will be a Saturday. We're going to sit here from morning till the time omo ebe we na fear the final results in so abro where Kessben 92.9 and I face so Kessben 93.3 in Kumasi and then Kessben Plus TV and then Kessben TV and itself and I face so DSC channel 364 and then on Go TV channel 121 yeah the nina everybody up to date yeah the nina abro. Now me ka was say meko Zoom na yakwa kudin komo if it is ready ni yenkudin komo na meko kudin komo afa issues surrounding Ura Ken Ofori Atta. Now it is interesting say enyama a place in a play no because again na no me betena ha ekan say what Ura Ken Ofori Atta no clearly oye amana ye bibie wo ho oye amana doso dodo ama the New Patriotic Party and I keep saying and I'll continue to say it, if care is not taken the MPP will suffer what is happening with Ken Ofori Atta because the MPP government and na efa no say ombeye finance minister emma omo abaino. And indeed what be the 8 solid years as finance minister asem ena aba ena said you ye pe enchirichirimu obi anka say eba bejeli obi and it is not what you want to see it as politically motivated as you keep saying and meka megusua can say what you are doing you are hurting the New Patriotic Party that biano ebe ha omo enti se wo fo se de wo ye no eye genuine de wo fo se wo ye no ekoye pa de a wadama yesrew MPP for is at stake on life and answer on winning power 2021 28 and beyond in Yinano ejina what you are doing as we speak. Yeti hey ye catch ye say ora kan oforiata e ko eye amanone akwakosa no ho yare enye yare bia na ode ko ye other than what we know we were told as in prostate. And indeed the prostate ena yede e kodia prostate in the 1 year and in the 6 months and in the 7 months in yede koye emema yare enti say no and yede koye according to what oyire and it will lawyers can say no na mode koye dia. Then indeed ora kind of foriata we are hoping say sa prostate ho yare ye kan ho asemi ya san awie. So what is keeping you there? What is keeping you not to come to this country? The worst of it is that you are fighting an extradition that the government of this country or the government of Ghana has issued. And today, we are told by Dominic Ayeni, as in the Attorney General and the Minister for Justice, say, the say your friend is saying, immigration and then custom enforcement for ebe foul efi wufie Caroline ayedo Caroline detention facility wo Virginia no. It is not that your visa was revoked. What it means is that eba first now lawyers be kan kire yen say enye eniema ekoso say OSP any attorney general na aban ni hia wunti no na amasa nema we nyina aba no. It is now becoming clear, according to Minister of Justice and Officer Attorney, say your visa has not been revoked. It is not exactly about the immigration matters now. Once ekikansisiano, o visa expire. Yegina him say expire according to sources. Expire crana February thereabout in expire. That is what we know. So clearly, a buying. Any American aban edin sawoswo. Is that how Sebi Ura kind of reata open wana? Yen raso. Yen no sine yen no. And sawaba bedu omemuha. And their impression, what are you creating in the minds of yena? Said the air koi ampampa say. And niema abedan din ne eye no kre enti na won pese obeba anaso se enye no kre se enye no kre a adenti na won fa wankasa won homba na yentena se ne yen hwe ade we nyina. And indeed, if what Attorney General is telling all of us that it is not your visa that has been revoked, it is not that your visa has also expired, but rather or no Ministry of and as a Minister for Justice and Attorney anyways finish say yes say po near the wabano common one and no na bano. And that it sounded say ankasa win and indeed according to sources again your visa was even supposed to be cancelled somewhere in July. That is what we hear. And if it is true, then it means that there's something wrong somewhere. Ora ken, yes, so engu eyo mind animase. If you think that juma send ye fata dia, please do not let the MPP down. Do not let your fans and people who believe in your work down. If it was a clean job, let's come face it. No bia hontono. And yamefe, some me former finance minister, and nam a social media so near the handcuff ashen inside, and yamefe, and yen ni so. Sabi won ma uwe busuya, uwon nan fufuo, ufi party mu. So indeed, yade handcuff ato wonsa no menya sure say ya wo fe, and then yame so me fe. Ye say former Ghana's finance minister me ye Ghana ni edinti no enye ensem fata aha enye fa handcuff ento wonsa na wotu bi manso ana wama ye de handcuff ato wonsa se dien ya na wudwane yebede unkomo meko ahoma no so zoom na fe akudi san komo no enche and then we'll come back and then we'll do other matters here na fe head the echo and the airby mene Oraku Fitonto so bedi nkomo clearly on issues that has to do with Dr. Baumia and also campaign and then other matters that didn't fit for us to talk about no ebedi hu nkomo pacho 1 year no still aye wom and into no obetumi ede woniema opese wo kanyina won sama opese wo kanyina no obetumi ede aba. It's exactly a minute to 8 a.m. Edin ede amansanso for Kojo Preko Dankwah ebedi nkomo na afia hwede ye ko dog activated charcoal Chako papa Chakwa media dame kitchen ho ti me maswa na bobi anopa bia me bobi ma betina ti me kasa buegbe nyina ye say magic me bachoa ye DOK dog activated Chako na ye de eye adwuma ne nyina the magic aye de ye adwuma no Dr. Divine Odonko Atenase, right? Ibabedi nkomo na afia hwede ye ko dog activated Chako no wohia bi ewo fie me dem se me wo bi wo fie de da nti no woni bi no pacho tie de ye ene de efa nyina no pacho na oso watie bi na afi ye ko ye nimu ankasa dog pacho bi aboko don be microphone ma me kakra yes na afi ni nkomo pa dog bi aboko de
nyame adom bi aboko na so
erade adom kakra
look fly
me da se oso ho efe pa na eye adwumefo obi anho ye
obi anho ye nyame adom
ye de erade ase na dog activated Chako me dem anom intiminim se ne yete one of the experiences that I had mame KPD anom ye na ne tu kwan I don't know me name producer ne ye ko enfa pona ne ye ko baby sa tienam a brick kwan so then I felt very uneasy want me Tommy until be some said then me na me so me nim but as me yem ha me into yem pack no tones you bottle a vortic bottle no back and na mo bi wo me kanim enfi me ho kra eneja metia no eno odi bi gumu ne ye woso ye ena me nom ye me tu fi eye mampon asin ebri mampon manfe sorry okay. Ye sane ye pa bedu eye kofrodia na no me na mini o me ho atome clearly then I said no I mean dog activated Chako no eye adwuma ye pa boy enkomo obi entiase dog activated Chako no eye den a
dog activated Chako powder enye dru sada ya de bia meka enye duane nso na udidi a ebe digest onu medru ebe digest ma na ewura omogem enso dog activated Chako no ma se na ekọ oyem no saa na besen aba abontin
okay
ogina oyem enante unsunu mu ana esen pia aba abontin na se na esi ye adwumanie ewura oyem a ewo ability na etime twetwe no mabone ewo ewura oni pedua mu nyina this a gas toxins chemicals ekọ yem bebre no bacteria fungus enuma bi ekọ yem ebe ma yare no twetwe ni nyina bata ne ho tese attracting to set na magnet ye adwuma no twetwe ni nyina ewia na afi atwe ni nyina ba bontin enu nti na etime ye noma bebre ye ka ho asem no bi ti se ntina se twe gas na che se bloating ebe treat bloating amount ebe treat heartburns amount na se wo pains ewo yemu a ebe twe ni nyina na se bacteria bi build up wo yemu ebe ma yare kese bi a be twe ni nyina nti dog activated Chako powder no enye ade a ewura wo nipadua ma de ewura wo mogemu ekọ wo yemu pe se ne tie na saa na besa ba bonti na emum etwetwe ne ma nyina tare no ho na afa yi na epia ba bonti
wow enti ne ma ben saa na eye
nti no ma eye ne de menka se esa yare bia da bi na so de wutie ne eye na obehu se ebo wo ho ban free yare bebre ho esan se uyefun na ye wo gateway a no ma bebre dim bibia ko uyem na yare be hyase a uyem na hyase free ne ma bebre yare bebre na sa na tie nti afa waduane mu afa wonsuom na ko uyem a na ebo ano a na akofa yare na ba then so onom Chako powder na etwetwe anase boa sa no mani nyina ma entimi nwura wo nipadue ma anase nwura wo mogye mu a be ma yare na be sell metabolism enu nti no yare bi te say ulcer pain anase stomach pains and your fast cry call yem pe treat inflammation very fast and afei so gas bloating and heartburns indigestion we did meduane ntimi indigest fast ebe mana ba fompa we did anadwo na say bia we fu in time bia be did we aduane na doso na say ahya wo so no onomo fast within some 5 minutes na aduane nyina aba fom afei so na say we did ma oyem ya wo ya very fast ebe twe na free ho cry be my pains na yera ama wa free afei na say obi anom poison bibi ko nipadua mu ewudro se anyhow be ko nipadua mu bia ona nya doctor ko pada na ono mu very fast pa na eyi na free ho ama
wow one poison no when hu se bia na bibi sa na wonya chako ni be no ntemu a
ntempa na me ma story bi woman bia oba me ho de bia na oba ye ne man obi de oba me ho ma me chako powder se ne tie bia obenya chako powder no bisan se yare no uni me bia free ba ye nti o detox wo ho a afi yare no betimi aba form ama nti oba ye man doctor chako powder no kono me nti bi kai mo de sifie dako ena ne ba free school ba ye na de si ye ne se okoto chemical bi se o di spray mango bi esi ne fie na okoto chemical no se ehwie gu mineral bottle yi mu embubu bi ma no nti na bi o mineral bottle mu no de si ho nti amoba ye 3 na o se o yes spray na ne maso ko school nti de kaa na o de si ne pono no na o yes spray no odua no so nti na ne chi na kire ade nti o na hu se ne ma ne fi school aba no hu se ne baketo na afa bottle na o de si fom na ne yem hye no bi san wanu ma de na o se da bi wanu ma nti o de mi ka na ko gi ade no free ne nsem na ohua nanum na chemical ni bi wo nanum afire na maame na waye basai ohu de onfa fa akora no afa ha no afa na otientie mu me ba no to bi bisa no say o chako powder na o ti wona say ampa me chako powder o emrika ne ko fa doctor chako powder no nom ne pe no mo fa akora no 37 no ko duro ha pe ni bisa no say then na man no so man doctor chako powder so why lucky ampa so chako powder no de man no eno ene se bi akora no ma ene akora nti de bia sa chako powder on fe ndi agro o ye big ambassador e ma chako powder enti na bisa ho se nka sa time na ade ni sie na nka mo anya chako powder wa around na nka den na be abesi eni nti na se obi anya bi den e wo fie no
na ye no mo a ye didi anwumere ni ye du fie late so e den ye se ye didi eja wan didi a asem nko a so we di when dia your ma be 2-3 weeks near monitor pe ni unsa say de asem yaba yen me didi wo fie late ne sa ne ma no so no ai edwane ne hye so enso ye ni any other natural thing e betumi ama sebio e betumi aba form ama ye enye ndeng
inti doctor chako powder wo mo bia
okay
na say me cry no say me call baby me do fie very late na me fufu me bese inti me boy dey abobo na me say doctor chako powder wo homa me abebo defense ama me pa inti me ye wie about 30 minutes na me no chako powder no go so
okay.
To be frank within some 5 minutes na de nyina aba form
okay
anche be by 11 and by that na compensate sande me biom enti eboa digestion very 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 fast
okay
eboa ma digesting tem pa enti na say wo heartburns and I say wo nausea I think say di aduane ntimi nkofo no chako powder no very fast
na it is saying onoma it is saying
very smooth de na yam na very smooth pa powder enti opa we say go warm water na very ideal because in so bi abenu bi ankase itimi ye warm na boil intestines na biebiem na break it down mucus enti wonom with warm water very very effective na say when you warm water na say wo the normal water men for ice water ennom na say wo the normal ma eye adwuma ntem obi also beka so be segu nanum na odi wi anu anu musu egusu eno so very fine se na be beka oye mu bia no e be ye adwuma pa
san ka metimi asa na raw na me de gu manum
me sa na me ye no to be family time me de be gu nsi o ma sa na cap after ma be se chichi cap mo kra sa ka ho nti me de gu manum a eno an se me no me di na me manum musu egusu very effective very very effective
okay it tu ni na okay wa betimi asa gu anum na tasteless and it saying so no be better say
what taste bit to say omo mo peshile no
okay
and I say but and taste be I know a ding and very nice. Uno ma I said the who say would be I said the uno musio normal na into Dr. Charcoal powder dear. Number one.
Okay. And also no say me penyin no me sa me atrebe na me fanye.
But for tablespoon. Ye wo obi wo ho yare. Bi wa yare achi person no me dro no de san ho yare so bi or ulcer or typhoid or diabetes or hypertension or liver problems, kidney diseases. Sa tablespoon.
Okay.
Tablespoon atrekese no say no mix it with warm water na wanum. Na say who needs a problem when I say oh no dey abon ho ban because you know the boy ho ban. Enye say wo yare nkwa na aba benom. Na unu no bon ho ban efri senia yare em build it up abe how no. Sa yare me boss nya won pese be ye wa. Obetimi anom anopa ne anwumre. Nti no sa teaspoon kra na say wo the friends you na wonom a ebe boa ema toxins akọ ni pedue mu na e build it up ni nyina aba besen.
Wow. Inti see America say we say oh wow charcoal powder I think I need to have some but only krum ha ono so nyende
wo baby a nyame adom yetimi distribute akọ baby a uko Volta uko North uko Western region Ashanti region baby a nyame adom ebi wo baby a uko Bolga we ma ho kwa bam de
be so the baby a tutuja
Bolga uko Bolga benye bi Eye of God afekuma se Kolenak ewo bi Lancer Chemist adiye pure leaf pharmacies bebre e will be okokuma ukọ Accra nso ba Accra nso a Accra okanshi de ma say pharmacies ni nyina mpo e will be wo hodom e bia ba bisa bia on benya bia ma oba Accra oba tema nso a Ashaiman ye wo Widama Ecos pharmacy e wo ho na Naboachi enso e wo honom afei Senes pharmacies ne de bebre pa na se wo de wo hwehwe bi na wo nya bowura pharmacy bia e ben wo na bisa say Dr. Charcoal powder ne bi wo hono mo ka say bi ne obi so mo ade ntino mu ni bi because I saw mo bo na utimi bo ho ban e free ne mabo ne ne ebo wo busua ene won kasa won ho ban
okay
nti Dr. Charcoal powder de e wo ba bia na say o pese o hwehwe o frɛ yen so na say utu bi eton so a betimi afrɛ numbers we ya me de ejwe numbers no screen so but betimi atie we so 020 661 6620
okay
020 661 6620 and I say 0598 206885 0598 206885 sa numbers you fra anytime be abejo so na say wo bi wo fie na wo sene obese wo use no na say opese me mwa wo na wo hu sene abaye wo ho a me ankasa me personal number ni na me de to dwai 0544 012848 0544 012848 we ya me personal number na Kojo pase me ma e bi a friends difference bi a what Dr. Charcoal powder any charcoal bia difference
okay
we be say I know they say BD they say be o me kitchen metimi ayam bia mpacho enye safe sir pacho munyentie we enye safe sir charcoal da ho no mo a etwetwe no ma etare no ho what the charcoal to hanum to see a toxins what atmosphere no be attracting na bind with it the charcoal no da ho no enye charcoal no kwa na da ho any toxins ene da ho no enti menye sa mistake ka se me obi o me kitchen ti metam na mare e bia otam ya wo ye abo a ema de na ye wo no efri ho but what say introduce yare foforo asan den asa akọ ohu enti na esese ufa ne yafa abefo and fidie mu edi treat na ye a process amount ya sheda na ye processing very nicely ama because the person de begu konkom obi odi tu kwan bon say good no ma koye basa me paso charcoal no eye gold charcoal hu hia ankasa nti say etimi a project in a very positive way enu nti na wo hwa ya boka bebre ye de ayesa production way and I say processing way no nti ba ya hono ma yen charcoal no ankasa no unim na say ye free kill no na say na say free phone no na say pia bontia enche e free hono ma na ye cool no straight to a friends a machine e be grind na e free hono ma akọ activation nipa be brain activation you say activated charcoal me pa cho nipa be brain wo monim say omunim say na activate omo yam de egu konkomu e de abesi abonten say yento activation ni hu hia pa activation ma etimi breaking ne hu free toxins bi a agye no before and son about be processing.
Okay.
And to activate I think so some man of power no more porous at me attract more toxins. International we see be the juma activated charcoal ye juma 8 times.
Okay.
But what I say activated charcoal ye juma 8 times into a ma senyanka effect na be 1% be this na be about 8% because I am more powerful. Anti NSS trusted doc activated charcoal powder no.
Okay. Where they all cover one numbers in the bium na fee but quickly will be bisa say so what if I'm not in Ghana, how can I get it in any of the African shops, especially in London?
Okay, na so pay bia they be every week bia yes and be country almost countries in
okay.
Afghanistan yet me send the call, Iran yet send the call. They be a man for order from different parts of the world. And since so here they fry number enough free. You best send the amount.
Okay.
Kojo Pacho, your clinic and so you run it. Your doc herbal clinic, bako ashima, bako so or doco, the Rock Hospital and chain. Pacho a hot any shade you may be as say a honor me started here me friends and research people who say activated charcoal no a beboa yenina. And to buy a yare kakra bi na yesanya yare ni nyina me pacho the stroke ba yentimi mwa wo de ni yare ba yentimi mwa ye betimi aboa eni wo cancer
okay
nyame adom wa kire no bebre yetimi de ede boa ye wo friends treatment be a friend alkaline invasion
okay
eno ye de boa ni pa bebre cancer afi na sha stage 1 stage 2 stage 3 betimi aboa ma na free hono pa okay afi nso yetimi ye all types of stomach ulcers ye fun yare bia gastritis so peptic ulcer nyame adom ebeboa e ma na free na yen ye ho no yen rush ensa yare yetie ye waso a ye ditie wo ha no pese wo kasa wa na wa 2 hours 3 hours ye betie o yen rush empe nipa bebre emba ye ho nipa kakra bi na betimi abakra na ye be hwe omo a ye beboa pa ma o yare bi e free bia etimi aboa
all right dog ye better say ni anope na ejidi yesu se dan de nyina so beba na oni afa de suemu na afi hu hawa important doc activated charcoal powder no so etie yeda se pa all right etie ne Dr. Divine Donko ne no 18 komono afa doc activated charcoal humpacho 059 8206885 and afi so 020 661 6620 na one Dr. Andy Enkomo enfa doc activated charcoal na Dr. activated charcoal no wa show de eye ene ejumapa edie nyina no eno so obetumi eno no edi ho nkomo 60 minutes into 8 meeting edi amansan so for Kojo Preko Dankwah WhatsApp ne text messages na no e ba chofa bra making kan ne nyina so am right here we Kessben 92.9 afi so Kessben TV so me hu Eben me hu teacher tepa me hu Massa Wood from Kumasi Meshak I have seen you on a face so comments apela too. Me hu die nyina making kan nyina so e wo fie ha na fe obia so ehu die airco. This one says from Massa Wood in Kumasi Bantama. He says I urge the MPP delegates to reject any candidate who resort to personal attack and insult. Choose someone who can lead the party to victory with dignity and integrity. Hashtag Baumia Beba 2028. Regards to Honorable Sampine, National Affairs Vice Chairman, hopeful, and also Ede Nedie Abano. Mamodu Mudia Bang in American Canning, and I say when we move on. But maybe didn't come on na mene opinion of fee Dr. Baumia, if ye, and I say, I can say camp, Eba Bidi and Komoye Kofi Tonto, or a political aide, and also a deputy spokesperson, and Dr. Baumia, Eba Bidi Komonia. So far, so good. And then 12th, ye kekan kwa kasa 31st, any day no. Ibedu hono, Saturday, and tankosi 2 p.m., 3 p.m. day. Na ye hu die sie, any day ko, any day bang na ewo elections na wabe. Kono kofi, bibi aboko da official paso. Radio dom kakra eguso ankasa. Mijiri yes if ye boko so.
Nyame adom bibia boko.
Nice. Yeah, that's it. See a friend waba. And I 12th of January 31st. Ye nimo aye GDA primaries, you know, about because presidential primaries and about because. But so far, it is saying what has been a campaign trail na econo is a positive and a positive so same pan echo.
Minya ndase bebre di kan menfanchia Strong and my Kessben 92.9. Many there the kind of no share.
Yes.
But me who say oh yeah drummer.
But that's it.
Me new speaker call me who say what's an dream. obo homodin
bending
nti yebebo abaso
amen
Kessben ye fidi kese nti ansa na do ba betina mu na se umud nti yidi se 92.9 amano akosro kra chense ne obeto no
amen
ti yedi nyame mpa ye taiwachi
amen
amen bia koyi
but that's it
so far campaign de meka se senior party mra na nhyehyeye etie no sa pepepe na Yura Mahmoud Bawumia ye diso na yaye campaign no ye bosha ye share ne se ewumu se afi etwa mu yi no 2024 just about a year and a half ago ye call constituencies e wo Ghana nyina 275 no ni nyina in fact before that which is 2023 elections no na ye di kan yakọ and 2024 elections no ye sa koye and afi etwa mu yi free best September bosumi no mu no ye sa sha ase a ye say 275 constituencies ni nyina and they am no kase ye mprempren ye drew the 15th region ye northern region enti nyame ya adom no de adom don ye na nkwa ewo mu a nyame ya adom on the 16th I think say esida ben weekend also na ye de ani akere Asante Mantam na ya 47 constituencies na ewo Asante Mantam no na se de ni nyina abawie ye anodi sam ne de very simple one more to aba we no eye party ni mu esi ahene na etu ahene enye party fo nyina enti eye aproba ye bo no ye kọ ene esi ahene na etu ahene fo na ekodi nkomo abrofo kasem ye friend is a party delegate ye ni omotena se esusu nsem bebre ho dedi kan ye ni omususu abatwa ye kọ ye 2024 ninsunsu anso a ebaye on say ensem bebre na nkofo aka me gidi say yebebem
yeah definitely
nti some of the lies ne falsehood enipa bi a petumi ahye da to agu mframam na no dia aba ne say adenta ye stronghold na ya weni aba adenta weni a edru Bawumia nko anso de ye lusu adenta ba wo yensentwire ni megidi se nhwehwemu eka wadwuma no ho
yeah
woni me be ya adwen se se eka adenta as a constituency amra ye bete adenta constituency from 2004 ebesi nne no abato akoso yensia ensia ni mu no MPP aweni mu mienu NDC aweni mu miensa in fact 2016 2020 and 2024 nyina NDC apart from say Yura ya boaben Samoa ebe shemu ba akubi 2012 no 2016 ye winning abanompo nanado winning abanompo sa emre no kra ya winning adenta ansa na 2020 sa winning election ya winning adenta ansa na this time ya winning adenta inti eden na obi ko gina ba bi ko kase adenta ye stronghold ya weni edru Mahmoud Bawumia kwanso a ye lusu adenta na di inti ye lusu ye ne se wankoye campaign efi se na konta na ye candidate ma NDC ese no kra bi anim afei videos ne pictures aba Yura Mahmoud Bawumia kwa adenta koye campaign nantifa adenta empesuane so nyina epeja candidate ninsa se ono ne de ono Yura Mahmoud Bawumia support no enti sabe ensem bi sei no ye kwa ese etimi chirichiri mu de nokra no yeden eto ba bia ye de beto ansana esi ahenefo no nso omo wode da omo ankasa omo akoma so no kwasem ne se emfie nwotwe a Ghana fo de tumi mai ye woniema bi wo ha ye ni yie ene ye woniema bi wo nso a ya anye ni yie ade ba ko ne se ye ne esi ahenefo eni ni yie no kre eye ba ko pe
ɛyɛ party no mu no
party ni aban ni yenyina no collectively ɛsi ahenefo na di tumi ba
okay
tumi no ɛba ɛsi ɛhwɛ sɛ aho adodode no ɛkɔ Ghana fo nyina hɔ no ebi nso bɛkɔ ɛsi ahenefo
okay
adodode ne sɛ wo se wo fa police at least wo de ma Ghana fo nyina no ɛsi ahenefo no nso ebi bɛkɔ mo so military whatever omu nyina nso ye Ghana fo omu nso ma ese fata nti se o cha dodode na ese bi so omu so ebi nso ne se won mu a wo beyi omu se omu ya akandifo omu beboa mo wa ye wadwuma no omu be ye nkofo omu betwa omani aye den ahwefom ahwe esi ahenefo no na enkoba sa ahomaso bi ebeba omu ne esi ahenefo ne ntem nti se wo kofom na ne delegate ne kasa in fact ansa kra na ye koto aba no na aye hu ansa na yekoto aba ne wie yewura okwe nhwehwemu nso a okoye ye ne kire se ye ne asi ahenefo enini enti saa nsem no eyesa wogitum na se chew pampa opa ho chew na afei no de hia ne se anoho baben na obebo asi ahenefo ne se ye koye nimi nhihye ye ben na wodi gu akwan mu a ebema omo nso dada setene mu party a omayi omuyam ne omahoden ede som party no ebenya mfaso panso e wo nso asetene mu efise sa ukọ the various constituencies at the polling station level, electoral area level, and sana constituency level wonu mu na ye adwuma omo se wo mre se wo madaje se wo musika se wo mahoden e de boa party no ti party ni di a yeyo no ese bi nso ye den eso omo so nti yewura Mahmood Bawumia pemre echirechire mu eniema a opese oye na di nsunsuanso pa ebra esi ahenefo nya de obeye no emra yenya tumi se nyame ya adom na esi ahenefo no ekai ne biwa eniema a ye hya ase mprempren a bibi te say welfare system aden na yentimi build a system a ye database a yen delegate ni nyina wom na ye hu wonom ba bi omo sabi nimdi omo ma omo afei se health support bi mpo na wode ma se funeral contribution bi na ye se business support bi na ye it goes through brofokasem ye kind of say proper channels na enkoye se bi a se kofitonto ne nim Bawumia ono de okọ Bawumia ho a obeboa sise sa na akoye o se me na me nim panyin bi a na me ho dodomi a na me kɔ panyin no akɔsrɛmoa na de onim panyin so saa nkomo wei na wodi de toso bi o ye esi ahenefo no na tumi ne ye omodea enti yewura Mahmood Bawumia se Kristo ye na adom na obeye omampanyin a yensan fa tumi no party na hoden ne nhye esi ahenefo no nsa bio ebi ni sen se wo se wo be appointed nkofo ne omo aye adwuma se saa nkofo no nso constituency no mu free mu Ghana ni bia free constituency saa ne ache no
yeah
it is mu free constituency a metu a sabe ho fefefe a wo nim dia de wa betina hai se wo MPP ni na akufo yewura Mahmood Bawumia ba no so o appoint wa wo be free mpesua bi so etini adan na ye man mpesua no nyiuma se abrantie yi onim die wakosuku wo dwuma bi ho nimdia se de bibi hye ne nso a nsa obetimi aye yema saa mpesua no nyi umra mom na enkoye se bi a wo wadanfo ne yewura Mahmood Bawumia nti ana me som Bawumia wo ye madanfo nti na me ma befa na me se me befa de wo kwa wo ni saa mpesuafo ni nitwaka bia
yeah
you have no reason why ntia you have to go and that was the mistake we made na akoye tumi ne baaye no hwan ne nim panyin ben na kan bi ama ti se panyin na o kan bi ma no onsaka tumi na hwan na ese adodode ne ba okọ no hokoda na se panyin no enye constituency na ofiri enti se ma tumi ni free constituency ne ba na wahunu se baabi a wote no apart from nimdie ne suahunu de ho hia sebe o my Ghana na ye den ye chichire
yeah
enti ano de brofokasem ye say we will not compromise on it by ye gidi say empesua bia so ye won omo wo nimdie ne suahunu enso ye den ehum enti se ye fasa mpanyimfo no de ba eboa e ma de pese ye de toso bi no ye move on esi ahenefo no wono mo na ebo ho dawuro wo mpasua ne so yabato no nse na medikan aka no yeto no at the constituency level ene ya ye ko election na nkofo bia introduce another level a mo friend community level ba me no ti hey Ghana abato what be a friend community level da de ye nyina ye nim ye polling station electoral area constituency region maintain community level da so what be a obetimi educate me and they now be introduce to community. But the point I'm making is that at the various constituency levels near campaigning, constituency be no campaign jina mpuntu nyuma odi abasa constituency nim. Esi ahenefo no so na ye say adwuma no. Ti na ye Mahmoud Bawumia propose say to me ne beka ne nsa for the first time ye be constituency level budget. Into more constituency no money Ghana for a wohono mo beka motia bom se ye ba ye mpesua we so a niema we ni na eden ehia yen momfa nko aban akohoma bosika mu na momfa de mu betimi anya no mfa mre kakra bi a ebeye bia na ebeye eno na ebegina so de abo ho dawro se ya ban baye emfaso a mpesua yi mo eden monyani ene de tie ne se wabo tai fefefe e bia na onim finance minister ti se onim no ana wo friend say ja finance minister mesrew e kwan bi da me mpesua so meye mame ye nchichire o man sa nti ye di san komo we nso awie no na afei yera aka na ndi so ade hunu nso ama o man Ghana e kwan a opese daachi ye pija o man no efiri baabi ewo ene baabi fofra pese ye den ye dekọ nti sa aproboi na bese bosome nan ni yabo a Kristo ya adom a yede ni nyina bebe awiye bosumi a yesimwe na nsana yakoto aba.
Okay. Asempa ema eye party no but o can na wo say eye eniema ema sebi ekutia eye party na ma sebi nkunimdi amba no more or less no has to do with say yan share eye baako esi ahenefo ne eye but fana so feel say and yetete omoko eye omo campaign na so bono ye de bo a candidate no thinking that the candidate was the main problem NTM sanema ni na e baye menim so wotete sanema I mean why would they continue to say wo candidate na sabio ugina na name no and na ma eye party na to main din konim
se upe bibia je efro bi ho a e kwan be na abefa so abeje adekro one se obetimi de wa hoodin esisi no age so ati ase ye tosu mienu se obeka nsem ato no so ana se obekire wo unim dia ebro sa nipa no ede so e ba abato mu a de kire se wo ho ya akono sene sa nipa niam miensa we titiri enti wo na obebusa se de hin na meye mechire mi nim dia ene me ho ya akono bro so ana se metwa ntro ato nipa no so ana se me ho odin se no amesisi no emu baako na obeyi ba de etia ne se ye nua no mo a wo ka o masemi dodo na no onti de ma omo ho ya akono anti ese Ghana fo ana esi ahenefo de tumi ne yeden ema dodo na ye de ema obi hu ye fin ye ngu nipa no hu fin every seminia ye nin komo 2016 and ye kosre Ghana fo tumi ye kosre Ghana fo tumi no omo de man in fact ye ra Mahama vote difference ana da ye ne Mahama ntam 1 million votes.
Yeah.
The exact number was 985,000, just 15,000 shy. So we can safely say 1 million. Seats are no. Members of parliament, na 169 seats. Ye buy no. Bosumi nsia pepepe na share free SHS ase. The esa abani ye bia COVID ya rewu mpo beton yen no beka ya free water, free electricity. The esa abani ye ma Akufuado wiase nyina ka se Akufuado wadwuma wa ye aso ani. Mekai sa time I was the head of information at Ghana's embassy in Washington. Emma Kowakra tabi a ye frɛ no Washington refidina escape me kakra eba mekai. They actually came to the embassy to work with me on a report I know more year on Ghana. Say Akufo-Addo was the second best performing president in management of COVID. Ninyina chirino yekoto abano. Yesu shine 500,000.
Yeah.
Members of parliament yesu shine from 169 to 139.
Yeah.
137. For mena ne beka homa na ye 138. Inti mi nua panyi a wote ha me ne odi nkomo yi. Esi ahene a utie mi anopai. The first question is obusa ho ne say, to me a Ghana for the man 2016 no eye den and the car Tony bro and komo ji say to me na free ensem 2020. To the extent say parliament in podie ye lose ye. Obeka say ye the ma ye minority and the be speaker of parliament.
Yes.
To the first question is obusa ho ne say, e dey na see ye. When you're overwhelming confidence, 1 million. Now within 4 years, we saw shine 500. Of course, every election be a obekobiano, especially incumbent. But apart from that, members of parliament in Yanano, that's shine. And I'm saying, ye nim the entry no near Suma, you rouse Safuma for say, Uncle Yenshimu. Osafoma for koye nhwehwemu ne bae no ode nsem bi beto dwa de di kan o se ye ne asi ahenefo anni ne yi te se de medikan kan de atosumienu o se ye ne ye strongholds for anni ne yi neglect of our strongholds yanhwe ba bia tumi ni free bae amfa adodode no mpuntunwuma na mo hwehwe no yamfa anko de atosumienu wono mo a ye power mo se mo meboa Yewura Akufo-Addo adwumayɛ no na ahomasoɔ ɛwɔ mumu ɛne sɛ ɔmo anya ampante ani anhwɛ party for deɛ to so nan wɔse ɛkwan po a yɛfa so tɔn aban ne nnwumayɛ no ansɔ Ghanafoɔ ani ama Ghanafoɔ anya mu ntiaseɛ deɛ to so num wɔse nneɛma ne bi a yɛyɛyɛ no na yɛ ne fɛ ɛne ne pɛ so sɛ yɛyɛ ne ɛde boa ɔman Ghana nanso Ghanafoɔ anya mu ntiase ehunu so mfa so oma example de ma ye ne ye banking sector cleanup o kan say the banking sector cleanup na ya de pa egi oman no sikasem esiye ba Ghanafoɔ dodo na anya mu ntiase so obeka ya ebisi a collapse bank ya ma Ghanafoɔ adwuma yagu so kai sa ne but ye ntimi ankyerɛkyerɛ mu say sanka ya merge one ya collapse bank ya merge ye two ya merge banks nso anka nipa 4 million ana nkomo dwetire nso ye den ehwe ye
but e bia so feel say mo merge ye so no ebi so enyo mo adwuma bebre na so
of course about 3,000 people lost their jobs but the friend trade off economic trade off ne say nipa 3,000 belu osu o adwuma ana nipa 4 million belu su o musika na o de akoto bank ho o ya ban ya se o take mu baako yebusa wa me gidi se wo ne ye be ya adwen se enipa 4 million na omusika eda bank ho ye mo ho ban sa pepepen ene ye but ye ro safo mafo se ye ntimi ankyere mu yie enye na me ka 4 million kras amre no Ghana fo anhye da enya ni nyina ne niema ahoro bi e ka ho no mututi aye e ma ye vote no so ye den e hwan ye o kan wo report ni ye call 2024 elections wi e ye suma Yewura Michael Kwe so onkoye nhwehwemu Yewura Michael Kwe koye nhwehwemu ne ba mimi hu Yewura Michael Kwe report ne bi ba Yewura eye general secretary ede summary ebae summary ne mu no unim de edi kan a okan de edi kan a okan ne say efutu a owura osafo mafo de ma yen 2020 no yamfa nya adwuma. That was the first finding of the Okwe report. The first major finding is 2020 a futu na osafoma for the man no yamfa anya adwuma ansa na obeka se eniema osafoma fu hu ya oboye nkokọ ho no ni nyina se siye apart from in addition to the economic challenges DDEP DSC 2020 na omo boye ho kokọ no ni nyina se si bio enti sa obi ka se yɛmfa soboɔ no ma obi a ɛsɛ ɔwɔ ho adanseɛ no nso no ɔsafo mafo yɛ bi Mike Okwe ayɛ bi University of Ghana ayɛ bi Conrad Adenauer ɛyɛ German aborɔfo nso abɛyɛ bi ne nyinaa kɔ bɛnkuro mu sɛ 1 sikasɛmu ho nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛho ahokyerɛ baeɛ 2 wɔn mo ɔmotɔ aban bonds a yɛde yɛn nsa kaeɛ 3 yɛn strongholds a yɛn neglected 4 arrogance of power 5 yɛ delegate a ana yɛ party fo a yɛ to wɔn asawram saa nneɛma no nyina emu biara ni hɔ a ɛka bɛsi sɛ kandini no ɛna titiriw egyina no so ma yɛ lusu yɛ baabiara ni hɔ ɛka saa nano in fact ɛnɛ anɔpa me ba na metie UTV na ɔmo interview Kwasi Kwaten ɔkasama ɛyɛ Yera Kennedy ɛna host ni ɛne ibu ɛtoto na no sɛ mo se 2 million na 2 million ni nyina ankoto aba because of Bawumia and also yɛntimi nkasa na mmom deɛ yɛ ka ne sɛ 2 million no emu 330,000 deɛ yɛbɛtimi aka sɛ Bawumia nti no man to free sɛ ɔmo koto yɛ Emma parliamentary candidate Bauman to ama Bawumia. So basically what he was doing is say Ufa Abana the total count there was a difference of about 330,000 omodi omokoto ye but oman to ama the presidential candidate. So ono cry analysis na oye ne kire say enipa 2 million na ankoto ne just about 15% pe
and ankoto
because Bawumia. So what about the 85%? So why argument Kratcher say 85% didn't vote because of the varied reasons. Now, we almost say nipa 2 million and toaba because Bawumia e kremoni. Na mi nua mi musa wo 2020 na Bawumia e kremoni. Emra ye lusu ye parliamentary seat bebre no na ye nkremoni na di anim 2020 I vote ni su hwan na nkremoni na di anim. That's the first question. The second question is say wo ka kire Ghana for say o man koto aba no because Bawumia ye nkremoni a nipa 2 million na o so o man koto aba no o man koto aba no because Bawumia ye nkremoni a na eye atimdidie eye nimtiebuo adintra menua wotuhi onye Ghana ni me pacho ukoto aba no wo hye obi sum ana wo hye ubotom hye wo economic circumstances hye ebia no ho ba MPP for the ball eni se omudi so ana omani so wo ye Ghana ni me pacho kire wadwen
mehwehwehwe mkotokom
eni die mo ka kire nsem exactly Ghana ni of course yewo nipa ba akumienu bi ho a they were extremists but me nyi ni say Ghana for eye ufa the total voter population na ye 17 million emu 11 million pe na koto aba 6 million crowd o man ko 11 pe 11 million na koto aba no me nyi ni say omo da sore ye edware ye ekpepa o manim kogina ala mu say obi sum nti na omo koto aba. Nanu yebusa Yera Kufuado say, what was his most difficult time as a president? Or say, ada esum drew ne pa. So your man penny. Ada esum drew no a ono atena na konwa mu say esum drew me. Ada ye di ensa kan Ghana fo sika, the friend debt exchange no. Any pension and sika. Wasi na nya na hoguno so na nya ne peso na nya ne feso ba na ese wo ye o mampanyin no o ye bibi di gi Ghana si ye den sika sem si ho enti na ese wo ye but ono anso ne wedie mu no no hu se ade wedie ano den minia enipa na ye pese agi oban Ghana si wo ampa ene evidence aba kire se saade na ye na ye yade but no so ka ho bi na timi ma ye gi Ghana sika sem ye den esi ho ene bosiabo wo de toto ye sika sem ho nyina aba efom kra babusa ho se sa nipa na ye de yensa kan ne sika no so ye me papa bampo a obekwa koto aba ma
or Yakufu Ado fast. In fact, Yamame Sofa Yakufu.
Yeah.
Yakufu Ado cry pointing no Chief Justice. Ediana Wanye.
Yeah.
And to free say Yamame Sofa Yakufu, sorry, so Kotoaba. Baumia Sumo was sum. Anana bufu shiu bia wenya afa bibi ho. Obi wo manson kwanta. Manson kwanta na manso dubia. Efie since Kojo hwan mre, Kojo ho mre so. Kota ma ni kru. Wanya gidi ato aba ma say sa MPP aban we de kota beba me kru. Minua efie nwotwe nyese boapayo. Ya ntimi amfa kota na anko. Sa manson kwanta ni no. Wankoto aba ma wo a wo se ompenkremofo asem. Yanko Kwabri East. Kwabri East for na net to aba ma yekese. In fact, 2020 elections, yenya 150,000 votes from Kwabri East. The most in the whole country. Kwabri East. Almost a mumba ya kwanya den emayen. But no mine so wa hu hie mu. Enya ne peso, enya ne say ye share da. Yantimi ankoye kwan na ma Kwabri East for. Timi nua wotie yi. Kwabri East ni na yantimi ankoye ne kwan ama no no. Wo free say ompe esrimfu asem ana ompe nkremfu asem nti no ankoto aba. When said last elections, nipa 50,000 and to about Kwabri East. 2024. Now ko catch the Kwabri East ni say on penkremufo asema enya atem didie. Wo de dwene asem wa mi kan hu. Enya atem didie. Eyesa wo bra wo ho ase. Eyesa wo nya wo pa ho achi na wo gitum se da bi. Ghana for sabe inkita ho ameni omudi ye no. Owenne bi beto me wo kwan mu enti san kita hodie no mantimi andi ni nyina so tigana fo adabraka sabe asantemam na to abama yen dodo omusi omupe interchange me bo aka kire me wo ye sentwere ni
manko
prayer but the kosi ye ne say bosia na ye de be ye interchange ni beduru ye no sa bosomi na mu na ne yeko IMF ena bank ne ka kire yen say se mu ko IMF dia sika no ya approve ba yen fa mamo ye de to hwansa mu ni IMF kotena se na mu ni IMF ye de mu be ye nyina wia ye ko IMF 2023 minia busa ho say ye be den ni ayekwan ye ntimi anyama asanteman enti so obi a wate kumase na o hwe animu se mu boya no ho ba se mu beye interchanges inuma man bibinti nya ne peso ya ntimi anye sa interchanges num na ma kumasefo na kumasefo ankoto aba usi kumasefo mpesiremufo asem kumasefo mpenkremufo asem enu nti no mankwa enya atemdidie enya nimti abuo na yan asantefo me ye santini people ye wo mi okumase sepe buo krom mi free eye kokofu bekwai me papa free kwabre mamponten abrade me nua santini people me mabra bomu a mi nyini from buo krom na e wo 2 zongos sepe zongo buo krom zongo ye him pon na say 2 otoso mienu ni fia wote enye nkramufo na atwa ho ahia me bo aka kira me se me bo ye most biggest security installation your friend no airport Kumasi airport no Prempe airport no enye nkramofo na atwa ho ahia ayi just outside of enye ye ho crowd is saying aboabo ne ayi na atwa ho ahia ya ne nkramofo tena ye ne ya ne ye nuanom nkramofo tena ye ne in fact asanteman podie ya bakwasam kire se fitimre a atwam ben fie wo hani ane ne ye nuanom siremfo nkramofo tena ye ebo bramo mo beboa ye ma ye ko ye ntokwa ne ya ko bebre eya bakosem enti ye dan na wo bepetumi utumi a wo bepenti wo beka kira santefo se omo mpenkremofo asem Bakofi, does that make sense to you?
Bakofi, even if it doesn't make sense, they have two issues. One has to do with Zongos. I mean, I know you've heard that one too, where they say that technically you lost all the Zongo, areas in Ina with the same, candidate. Again, you made mention that one of the factors has always been the economy. That is why somebody will vote for that. Zongo, yes. Because if indeed he is, why do you lose Zongos?
Question. one enye no kre unze me catch us say o ma introduce a new terminology community o mo say elusu zongo community Ghana ye to aba in communities
no constituencies
enti e den na obi pese wo ka no kra un introduce the debate in constituencies Ghana da ben ye introduce debate in ye elections in communities on pese wo be ka no kra kire enti o introduce on one concept because on my way mu yanya abattoir in communities. That is the first illogical argument they make. Number two, and Nam says Zongo enye constituency because Zongos fall within constituencies. So you can measure the Zongos by polling station. Try. So the proper way to measure a Zongo is within a polling station level. So by lifting the crowd, the highest you can go is electoral area level. Okay. Because you need a single Zongo apart from maybe Abu Abu. The whole country, you know. Who shut down Zongo communities and maybe a Nima. And no crowd meaning said the entire Ayawaso, I think it falls under Ayawaso East or so. You were even Akan branches. So I bet you didn't say even Abu Abu falls under Asanwase. Asanwase mpono enye ni nyina na ye Zongo.
But maybe they lifted what you're saying. Maybe they've lifted a polling station.
No, they didn't. They lifted communities. And I'm telling you that we don't do elections in communities. We do elections in constituencies. And then it goes down into electoral areas and then polling stations. It is offer a constituency like Asanwase. Asanwase, you will get Zongo polling stations, but Asanwase includes Pakoso, any other Boban, near the Akan communities. So what Zongo community are you talking about? Enti ukofa the proper analysis. Are you far from the polling station level? Because in our electoral system, we vote at the polling station level. Ukofa polling station level na enya no kre. It is untrue. Yeah, the data ni nyinaba. Yeah, can say it's untrue. We want hundreds of Zongo stations. Polling stations.
Yeah.
Number two, yan fan is saying trona o mu twa no mpo ye no kre. Yewra Mahama wa mayo mampanyi.
Yeah.
Enye Ghana fo nyina na to abati an say yempani bio.
Yeah.
Enti den na chen say se Ghana fo nyina timi to aba ka kire Akufo Addo se yempew. Ka kire Kofo se yempew. Ka kire Mills se yempew. Ka kire Mahama se yempew. In fact, Mahama de omo di 2 million man no omo sa ka kire ne so omo mpe no. But sa Ghana fo no omo ka kire mpanyimfo we mu nyina so omo mpe omo no. Sa Ghana fo na ne sa be ka kire omo se yepe omo. Have you thought about that? So if the entire Ghanaian society can change their mind, why can't Zongos also change their mind? Think about it. Say Ghana for United Mrs. Sao Madrini. Say Enra ye toko ha. But enne ye to ha. Adena Zongo for the Munti Mrs. Sao Madrini say, Yen fan say o man to amaba umia. Say Enra man to amaba umia. Dear nature say Chinamonto to maba umia. The evidence shows that, in fact, in 2020 elections, yenya 16 out of 30 seats in the entire northern 16. But this time, to the same Isrimfono, the same Zongo for and maybe Tremu Omutuma, Omuma yenya 16 seats in the northern part of Ghana. So what it tells you is that their thinking is not binary. And now their thinking is not stagnant. That's the word I'm looking. Omadwene na nyina faako. Esesa. It is enra no man to amawa. Echina umbetimi ayeden. Ato amawo. Okay. Ghana fo ayebi. Aden na Zongo fo ntimi nye. Aden na what it means is that enipa bi afa Zongo fo ato tankruwa mu. Sa mo de yebe gum ho fi na MPP politics mpo no. Eye den na MPP politics nyina begina Zongo. Kofo ekotu abano Kufo be pay to me one kaso de vote beba dabio Kufo be pay to me one kase yen MPP for mo fa candidate chane mame na me the vote beba Kufo de bae no kohwe the first election or when all Akan regions Kufo or when all Akan regions no Akufo-Addo or winning all Akan regions. No. In fact, MPP several times ayako election I lose Central region, Western region. Anamebwa, catch them in. Are they not Akan regions? Are they not Akan for no so anto amomunu akani? Are they no the uncle busa Yerakofo say Yerakofo ka say we the 2 million beba o. Na wo nuanom Akan for anto ama. Di emfa ma obi. Are they near mu say Akufo-Addo o ka say we the 2 million beba o. Na wo nuanom Akan for anto ama. Are they near sanfa ma obi. Na ye dan na yeduru nkramofo so de a ana yeduru siremini so de a wo se ni nuanom siremfo anto ama ne de ye mfa ma no bi ye musa siremfo ade one a lot of ignorance ma min kire mu nkire se wo kọ the north 5 northern regions na wo kọ the northern region a largely Dagombes, Abudus and Danis. You have the Mamprusi kakrawum, Kokumba kakrawum, Nanumba kakrawum, but largely the Dagombes. Oko Upper Easter, Grusis, largely the Frafras. Omumpono, Dodwana a Christopher Onimza. Did you know that? That when you go to Upper East, Bogatanga, and Navrongo, Oko Catholic in sorry baby. Oko Upper West, largely Sisales and Walafo, the capital region here, Walafo, and Sana Sisales, Dagati near there. Oba Northeaster, Mamprusi. Oko Upper East in so abu boku for kusasi for ne ade ne yi for nso kakra den ewo. Oba Savannah, Gonja. So even the 5 northern regions no, enye monolithic, enye one group. There were over hundreds of groups. So we breaking it down, cry more.
Yeah.
But at the higher level, no, at least ubenya be 30 groups.
Okay. From
Mamprusi to Kusasi to Dabanis to Kukumbes to Nanumbes to Sisales to Wales to Grusis to Frafres all over. And here then ye catch the Mamprusi ni say would ye wan fa omo makani nyina ma waye bone. Mamprusi ni oya Dagomba ni. Mamprusi ni oya Sisala ni. Mamprusi ni oya Frafra ni.
Okay.
Look, the level of ignorance no, is too high.
Okay.
Why are we holding Baumia to a certain standard? Because a young yes, Baumia fa Frafra formra, onfa Grusi formra, onfa Sisala formra, onfa Wala formra. Other young country could force onfa Fante formra.
But we're told to say your candidate promised to do that.
And I'm a catcher or say which candidate did not promise or the vote, Beba? Give me one presidential candidate. Ojina simply to say, Montuaba mame me fa vote bi ama. Mame one. Because se wo pe tumi a when ni so ade hunu ni se obeye adwumaden ade tumi na yeden aba. Baby a wobetwe tumi na fi bia. Ana mama wonfa to hu mienu. De di kan ne se yemfa ne se wantimi amfa ma. Abakosem kire se de wanfa ma enra no otimi de ba ene. That is number 1. Number 2, maka kire wo se enye no krempo da.
Te
ensi na omokofa boko na omo de abro boko ene boko the enclave Boko, the voter population there is about 30,000. And it's halved between Mamprusis and Kusasis. And na yewura mahama kojina Kusasi fuechi. So obekaya was say muna hinie no eyemodia. If you remember, in the run up to the election. And about Umiadi ono waye Mamprusini. Enti abano baye no Kusasi fo any sabi omunuanom echinwa hye kakra yeden aba ti kusasefo anto ama Mamprusi sanso na Mamprusi nso anto ayeden ama mahama because ono so kogina kusasefo echi.
Okay.
Enti eyeden na okofa no e de beye nsi echi ba. In any case 30,000 bro for kasam minuscule. It doesn't even contribute 0.0000% of the total vote.
Very well.
So how do you hold that person to account for that.
But can we hold your candidate on economic issues?
We can discuss economic issues. Now, what is the question about economic issues? What is your question?
That he's been the forefront.
Yes.
I mean, he's been a leader. Obaba BD. Now, all of a sudden, we hear say, oh, we'll build the economy anymore. Then switch down to Edegeta. Then the whole confusion started from there. So therefore, obi a kofa and say onbeye economy hu adwuma maye no. Ba omi abomi na enim na nyina no amfa enti no eni se sebio eye esi ahene for moto ema no.
Eno ye argument mate say
exactly
other candidate no.
Yes.
Mate say Yera Ken Akanbi.
Yes.
Yera Brian Akanbi. Educhum de mention that.
So yes.
But at least
have gone into this same argument of
so fair enough.
I mean clearly he has not been able to
deliver this debate. Ghana, your economy no. Amamrada ho. The constitution. Constitution no determine ma omampanyin say afibia no. Usi kasem ho eniswade hu no. Fa kruchire gu nkrata so aye frɛ no akohomabo sika budget. Uwia fa koma emrahye bedwam. Wo de bema usika photofo.
The
finance minister no de akomrahye bedwam akokin kan wani so ade hunu na yeden akyerɛ mo. Uwia wo de nkrata ne bema mrahye bedwam fo. Omo be pensen mu na omagye sa wani so ade hunu na yeden ato. Omo wia ye obibi a ye frɛ no appropriation. Sika na wo se wo pɛ no omato omo bo akye sika no baabi a ɛse bi yeden ɛkɔ. Now emra o emra ne se efiri omampanyi tumi mu ene ye. Enti se yera akompreko eka se Bawumia faili on the economy. Yera Brian kase Bawumia faili on the economy. Respectfully, omumi enu omuntimi nyi omu hu mfrim. Senti ni se Ghana mamra ne se omampanyi sika sem hu ani suade hunu no. Onfa mafotofo no na onfa nkomra hyebedwam. Na mra hyebedwam agye atomu. Ansana ayedwuma. Enti omampanyi akufuado ni sika sem ani suade hunu no se Bawumia ene yese ono ne ye ni nyina. Bawumia ye ni nyina wie no ontimi mfa nya adwuma. Chi se fotofo ne de kɔ eye parliament.
Yes.
Na parliament kinkan mu hu se wei eto asomu na omayeden ato so aba. Omoto so aba wia omayeden omay appropriation. Enti se Bawumia ene ye budget na eni so ade hunu no Bawumia na ye ni nyina. Why na approve ye?
Parliament na approve ye.
Parliament na Kennedy no ni hobi.
No MP.
Na Brian ni hobi.
No MP.
Na Aduchum ni hobi.
Yeah.
Enti se Bawumia eni so ade hunu no de buy on na economic management leader. Ena Bawumia de na ni so ade hunu a enye buy a essay economy na. Bawumia de buy no ade na ken amfa document na nka se Bawumia o document we enye. Ade na Brian anka se Bawumia o document we enye. Ade na Aduchuma anka se Bawumia o document we enye. Oti bi da se Kennedy gina baby se budget we me support that. Oti bi. Oti bi da se Brian se on support budget. Oti bi da se Aduchum se on support. In fact, Brian de me bra panyi Brian. Me bra panyi me na ye adwuma da. Me bra panyi Brian de. Ye sika sem ne mu wo ha mu abupan aduanan ehye ne nsa. So nimza 40% of our economy is agriculture. So 40% of the economy, in fact inflation, one the biggest input in inflation. Food. Why not enough food is here?
A Greek ministry.
It is a economy and say now who na ya Greek minister so ma inflation ba for more. And then na who chun who free mu. Ekoka say the on in charge of food on the say economy. What be that? Yera Kennedy. Ade ba kwa Kennedy campaign so kyerɛ na dwen ɔka no kre. Ye musa ye ho sɛ emfie nwɔtwe no ɛhin na yera. In fact, levy. Ure fi sɛ yera Kennedy kra ka sɛ ɔboa bi say a bet me de adwo asafo abafi ni ato so aba.
Yeah, sure.
Enti say na 11 nya. Say Yera Kennedy eto so aba. Yera Brian to so aba. Yera Duchum to so aba. Enti my point is you cannot run a bad economy or a good economy without the inputs of your members of parliament. And unti na hu hia say obeye sa blame game no. Because governance is a collective. If it's a members of parliament e boa payo say bibi nko yi a omunka. Be a collective. Amanyosam ni oman chichire na a collective. Enti sa wo start say uyi mu na we na ye say ya obi nso be kai wo nso ru a wo ye den wo play.
Okay.
Because apart from budget no ma de etosu mi no a wo say economy no ye bo obesia dodo. Bosia bia ni ho nso a he boy a Yera Kennedy one science. Yera Brian one science. Yera Duchum one science. In fact, Vice President Crowder omem both budget and loans omem oni to me oni ano. Ye kan wonu mo omo wanu e we sika semu in terms of budget any a year. But my point is I will never sit anywhere and blame a member of parliament.
Okay.
Because they were part of a collective.
Okay.
I bind the business bar. You will be a friend of whips. Whip crabber with people line.
Yeah.
It's part of the collective.
Okay.
But so who whip. Or whip to me with people line. Vice President Sabi onu need to me no. Onu betimi akofo say president say ade we manenye.
Makofi, this argument that is also running. I that I think I saw a video yesterday. My producer Rich is sending video over the weekend. I think it was yesterday, where somebody is also touting to say that Ura Nanado, former president, cry and tie Baumiachi for this year, okay. Because yes, where former. I've heard. I mean, okay, I understand the name is Honorable Agent Sam. I mean, going out saying that Lawrence Agent Sam, XM Bank, I see you know. I mean, saying all these things and no, I'm sure you've heard that thing.
But before I conclude, I come on that. I want to state emphatically that I'm not here saying say members of parliament and say economy.
Sure.
I am just doing
a collective
deductive reasoning. Say you cannot blame any single individual for our economic position. But
that we blame leaders for that.
My son, I'm actually say constitution the leadership in many power.
So who was the leader then?
I'm telling you that the leader was Akufo-Addo. He is the leader. No, collective.
I get you.
Yeah,
I get you. But Kumbiano, and as much as we need to identify.
So yes, sir, you are not being fair to Akufo-Addo because I say Abaya yewo. So be Kotana constituency na okoye arrogant. Untimi mfa share Akufo-Addo. You see my point is Oyo Mampenyi. Oni nipadom ene ye adwuma.
Ono appoint is nipadom.
Meti ase. Emre ni dru an sembi wo ha de me pese me kan say. As a party.
Yeah.
A futu ana me pese me de ba we mu nyina ne say ye nyai se we na ye say na we na ye say.
Okay.
It is a me betna ka say President Akufo-Addo na ye say I have not been fair to him because the submission I made was that let's all accept say from the beginning and I make catch say enema we ni na kika bo ma ye lusu ye enti say wo yi nipa ba ko say content kro ono na ma ya wonya no kwafo.
Okay.
You can never say you are truthful and blame one person for a loss.
Okay.
Because all you no kwafo wouldn't him say enema bebre na kika bo mu ema ye bedru baby a ye dru. How can you blame one? That is the overall argument I am making. That MPP yemre ye ho ase.
Okay.
Na yenyin tu say ye bi ya anye ni nyina.
Okay.
Na Ghana for mumma yakwanya foforo. Na mumma yakwanya nhihye ye we ni nhihye ye we ene ye de beba. But say upe to me ntina wa yinipa ba ko no agu no ho fi. You can't do that.
Okay.
So if Ken can't do that, why should Bawumia person do that? I can't do that. Right. Now let's come to your question.
Yes.
Ubekaya. Utie ye rajinsem asem a wakan ne pa. Na asem a wakan say ono na o support Bawumia because of Nanado.
Yes.
Dia ye rajinsem person o ka kire yen say ono no sebi o. on take you on one decisions. The obi be catch no anyway. The Nanado catch no because or say on support to Nanado. It is a Nanado ni ho dia we free ho. Anyasa.
Yes.
Enti ono ye raginsem sebe obi a wako school nim de ni nyansafo na we take decision a so obi na catch or say take this decision. Enti se we asi ahene a den na ese wo gye de ye raginsem. Unya hotoso de e wo de ye raginsem okam. Me pacho what I say din because your ragin some kyerɛ say ono no baabi a obi gina no ɛna ogina but MPP the ama ya bedru baabi a ya dru ni say saa nneɛma no say bia Kofitonto asise etiene Kofitonto ya madam funti so ye no kro wa kan no kro ɛna me di Kofitonto achi. I'm not by any way singling out Nanado. I'm just saying, say collectively, no. Say what can say baby obijina na ujina na nya wow conviction na. Are you worrying, mommy? Inti ade na ese me di to me ma yera aginsem. Any nipa omo ben yera aginsem because omo kire me say omo ntimi take decisions on their own. Their decisions must be influenced by somebody. Number 2. Yera Kennedy mo argument omo ye ne say Bawumia winning the first election because of Nanado. Na Nanado and the yusu ni influence chiti omo obekai. Enyame na make am asamo omo kan say in fact yera Ken cry jina simpi so aka say Nanado ni ho establishment ni ho.
Yeah.
It you come and win. So basically Nanado wo ho nti na yera Bawumia winning. It is a Nanado na influence na enya. And then the Nanado ba mo side there. See a fan said you're more can cry. And then the Nanado ba wo side in the so be kai omo catch say. Yan tuntia Bawumia because Nanado ne appointee star Nana Bawumia chi. So kai.
Yeah, okay.
2023.
Yeah.
Mun tuntia Bawumia because Nanado ne appointees no. Omo na say party no. Ti mun tuntia omo. Na mon fa new leadership emra me boa ka kire me se me boa afei die agin someone no ye Nanado appointee no onye bio is it the agin sam ni papa na no ana agin sam di Akufuado echi a omukọ support Bawumia de no monye na no ana Lord Kome edi Akufuado echi omukọ support Bawumia de no monye na no ana na Toshi edi Akufuado echi omukọ support Bawumia de no monye na no a steka di Akufuado echi omukọ support Bawumia de no monye
na musanje finance minister shwe ni nsam yi
ana ha kosiesa afei die wo mu Akufuado ma omo appointment na omo nye na omo ne good party no ene de omo nyina ba won chen ene de ye de nwura efra omo ho omo abeya ateneneni minia asem we ojine say. How do you take this? How can this be a principle? How can this be a position? Nipa Kuba kumo say Akufuado wone wa appointees must say party where the deja delegates. Mumpamu omo afi the Akufuado eba side according to aginsem. Akufuado free ho dia aginsem e the Akufuado echi.
Who is Akufuado if
you see, I'm not even interested because Akufuado, at least for all the times I had to Abenyana, Wakase or ye penny Ujina Finfin. Wakasa, until I'll grant Akufuado that right. And I mean, Kuakrata na Bibia Yuri Akufuado atra. Wakase,
the CID,
say dear, it me. Imagine na men kasa ma Yuri Akufuado. But sabi asamu agim sam kan na me twa ho bi. E de aye enyina so said. Agim sam say baby Akufuado wono no wo. Enti Akufuado na nra na onye na one na appointees didija delegate no. Na appointees bi to say Lord Kome. Na appointees bi to say na Toshi. Ene one more maka nyina no. In fact Adolf Adolf my friend Adolf as a baby ono na papa tuntum kama bia na odi Akufo-Addo achi all the time. I say one of the protocol officers ono so koken omo nyina ya Akufo-Addo nkofo all of a sudden nkofo na omo nye wa Akufo-Addo nyina say de omo be ya atenenefo. Is that what they are telling us?
Yeah, or text messages to the member back. And then my last question to you, Nona, we on that one has to do with if indeed Kofi you believe in prophecy or data. Maybe now I will answer that question now. Now it says, good morning, please. I appeal to all MPP delegates to vote massively for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Akrokare College of Education TESCON endorses number 3. OPK Akrokare and ono Nidia or the Ebaye and no. This one says from Koblan View of Pokwase Benghazi, President John Dramani has stated that he will take Ghana to a level that no government has gotten to that level before. It is true that President John Dramani Mahama can change Ghana through development because Ghana is changing so fast under his government. Electricity power is very stable, low taxation on import duties, stable prices of goods, fuel, lorry fare, good commodities, food commodities, etc. All roads that were abandoned by former MPP government have been completed. Greetings to Honorable Michael Kpakpo Aloti Akrameyo and Mame Efwasechi Edu Waje to CEO of Ghana Tourism Board on Osonedia or De Ebayan. And this one says that, hello, good morning, Mr. Host. I'm watching you from Senegal, Casamas, Elikine, and my name is John Ato Asan. If MPP people are talking, it looks as if they are humble. Honorable Kofi Tonto, now that you are coming to humble yourself to Ghanaian, we have carried water and also carried alcohol. Now, if seen the difference, we have seen the difference. So you should give us a break, MPP. Never again. On also need the buy, and then this one says that no can no vote. On also need the buy from Hanono, and then this one says, Mr. Host, the guy has made my day. Bless him. DMB all the way, Fifi ABK, and also need your day by. And this one says, I'm listening to you live from Brema Esikuma in the Central Region. My question is, what will Dr. Bawumia's campaign message for 2028 if he wins the flagship race? What will be his message for 2028? That's a good question. Obigi Ano Amao. And then he says that please ask who was ahead of the economy. I think so. Nana Oyi Ano Amao. Eben says that I am Eben from Kwabenya. Ken Oforiatta will by all means be brought to Ghana to face charges and alleged corruption. So if I were his lawyers, I would have advised him to do the needful. Regards to Honorable MC Yagbo, and then Eastern Regional Women's Organizer and Chairman BB Moro of Akwetia on Osonedia or the Ebayan. And this one says that MPP as party members are greedy and selfish and do not care about the electorate, and we are not ready to grant them power now. Bawumia has been in power for 8 years. He should allow others to also benefit the way he benefit and blessed, the way he himself benefit the way he himself blessed. Sentence no envy. And then he says that Kojo, tell the man that we are out here in Ghana when Honorable Cynthia Morrison was removed from his position in the Akufo-Addo's government because he supported Honorable Ken. I am Ochiman Poma from Kumasi. On also need the Ebai, and then this one. Ode
Mr. Aden Akufo-Addo ampamo ajinsem. Sir, ajinsem say no sujina hobi. Enya no cre.
And then says, good morning, host. Please ask him if he will support another presidential candidate from the north. Is he suggesting that it doesn't matter if a candidate is coming from the same region? Does he know why former President Rawlings did not support a candidate from the Volta region? I know your question on the buy. And then on Facebook, this man Sharon Tiasi is myself. This one on Facebook says Oyibo Boatin says from a Chuma. It says Dr. Bawumia campaign is gaining momentum day in, day out. All indication shows that Dr. Bawumia is MPP's sure bet. Hashtag Dr. Bawumia factor. Greetings to Honorable Amwa Wuku on Osonido de Baye. And then this one says that the low mind people sees the insult legacy of Honorable Ken, but we the high IQ people see the creation of sustainability, jobs, and industrialization legacies. Honorable Ken Japan Osonido de Baye. No KMA Mayor on social media, Facebook, KMA Mayor BA I'll say Asante Mampoka from Asante Mampon. Good morning, Ghanaians. I think the politics is too much. The minority should stop making propaganda because President John Mahama is doing very well. And then the NDC all the way. Also, need your day and no on and on and on and on from here into our Facebook. Can also be to me do the Abanama Kenkai in so Amau Wahanom. Let me see if this one has something for you. It says, "Good morning, Mr. Host. Your cherished viewers, look at some point in time in the MPP were hailing Dr. Bawumia as the messiah in terms of economy. When the city was favorable, then Dr. Bawumia took credit for that, saying he has arrested the city. Along the line went bad, so why can't we blame him? Greetings to Malcolm Fantia.
Never said I have arrested the city.
Hey,
Bawumia said we have arrested the city. As again, collective.
Okay.
And Sambia Okambia no. Bawumia never said I have arrested the city. Let's not peddle falsehood. Or see we. And in fact, when Bawumia was talking about the economy, Obekaya, Obo nipa bebre bidin, Okaya.
Yes.
Osafo mafu. Why. Obo mu nyina din. Bawumia never said anywhere say economic decisions in onu ne take here.
Okay.
He's never said that.
Okay. Yeah, baby. Also, please. You asked him. Bawumia was talking about dollar rate in opposition, but went to digitalization, and he could not answer. No, maybe it escaped him. Tonto or say a Honoan sign to me some answer. I was asking you about the drive with the economy. I mean, one of the key things that made the MPP lose power was the economy. Yeah. Then we saw the same candidate as the opposition is, or probably in the contestants, and they can say, I mean, the one who was leading then drifted to digitalization, making it look like I say we're joining economy now.
No. You see, San komo we ye dia na koye se oman we mo ho. Ye di nkomo bebra. Ye wi ani ase di nkomo ni nyina foforo bi. Me kai ye Ghana card. Ye resi edu nketia ye press conference. E tworo ye se ma NDC ni bia enkoye Ghana card. Ene ya Ghana card ama ye Mahama bae no. New directive aba and say
yes.
So by any financial transaction just okuta Ghana card. Me bacho Ghana card no. Digitalization and anya digitalization. Digitalization boy economy na emwa no. Me busa wo minia. Boy economy na emwa no. From the Mahama na nkasa decision a what take nature say Ghana economy no ebegyina ne nan so de a yensi kasem free na ekro unkuta Ghana card untimi.
Yeah.
Omo almost 24-hour economy is going to rely heavily on digitalization. And ne eduji wabe be. So the point I am making to you is say Obia onti economy ase and ebeka say what is who can't digitalization, you are running away from the economy.
Okay.
Look, I've lived in America for 24 years. And any advanced country I might travel to, the fundamental thing utimidi chichire o mino de brofo kasem ye friend formalization. America taxes or mujijini sika or mujijini adi or muti chichire or mining nyina no omutime jijia di drew ankrankre bia so free say ankrankre bia no ya capture wo in the identification system.
Okay.
It's yes January busumi.
Okay.
Yeah. Free be a friend tax season. It may be in the next 3 days.
Okay.
I think it begins on the 15th of January to the end of about middle of April. Every single human being, whether so ye juma, 1 year juma, just all file taxes.
Okay.
One file taxes are you behu because of your identification.
Okay.
What the American economy is telling you, and they say, sa economy we no yentimi nchichire without identification. Number 2,
yeah, quick.
American economy relies on consumer behavior or consumer behavior. I can stick it to that. Consumerism. That consumer, high consuming culture in America, it is driven by something called the credit system. It is all America. Metimi to goods and services higher than my pay. Se meji $1,000 a month. Metimi to goods and services $5,000 and pay incrementally. Okay? Se me talk goods and services 5,000 and those goods and services have to be produced.
Yeah.
And the more I am buying, the bigger the economy.
Okay.
It happened under President Truman. After the World War II, when America had come to a standstill, and a Truman busa and economists say ya yen kwa kui biwi factories are yesisi ni bebre no dia ne de be. And omo ka kire say let's build a credit system where we can turn or retrofit these factories into building consumer items.
Okay.
Instead of arms and ammunitions. Yenfanya fridge, yenfanya car. Ana obusa omo say no mo be da yato. Ana si yenfama omo on credit. Wo de ma omo on creditor. Sanka first ni soja ni na wa ba fie no. Ko betimi ato fridge pa, and no betimi ato fridge, obetimi ato car, obetimi ato TV, obetimi ato ne dem niam nyina furniture bibia at a go at abia $50,000. Na we triano kakra. You can only do that.
All right.
On identification, digitalization.
Okay.
Every advanced economy is built and grounded on formalization.
Okay.
Show me one that has developed to the standard it has.
Okay.
Go to Gwandu. In 1980, normal GDP was 5 billion, and because of digitalization and formalization and technology, our economy is 133 billion in just 40 years. Without it, and no, and Ayura Mahmoud Bianse, let's build the foundation. And no, Ayura Mahama Baya, all leveraging on building the foundation to build the economy.
Kofi, may I say, but in just a minute, do you believe in prophecy or you believe in data?
Oh, I believe in prophecy. I believe in data as well. Mijidi say nyameye na juma, sanso na atiasefo nso ye omajuma.
Okay.
But me ni prophecy hunim de.
Okay.
Into what I do ni say I don't go into it. I respect every prophetic view.
Okay.
Na ya twen ama Kristo aye na dwuma. Mate se nkofo bibre kasa we say baomia be wene we say ken be wene. Twabre ni dura Kristo be ma ye hu na dwuma. Enche owifo no beba January 31st. Obeba ni ehu twabre ra no. Etwa wi a de ebeko bia no ye be support obi busaye me the oba weni bia support. I am MPP first.
Okay.
Inti se MPP ni bia oba weni bia no I support him.
Kofi, medase pa. Yene ye Kofi Tonto ne di in common political aid to Dr. Bawumia no sanso deputy spokesperson ma Dr. Bawumia ne no edi in common. Now this one's Abdul says that good morning Mr. Host. In fact, I love this man's speech. When the MPP come in power, he deserves Minister of Communication. Please, I need his number. Yayi from Wale na de way buy. And this one says that Bawumia has no campaign message and delegates should not make any mistake by voting him, else they will remain in opposition for 12 years. And this one says that America was industrious before digitalization. Estonia is digitalized but no industrious. Can you compare the two countries? He still didn't answer your question. Oh, yes. Afari Samuel Matthias here. And then this one says that President Mahama is from the north, so let's send it to another region. And then I have another one also coming in. It says, good morning, sir. Good morning to you too. Please, just to contribute to the discussion of MPP Dr. Bawumia communicator on your program this morning. In fact, I am disappointed with him in all these admissions. He is not talking about how they are going to make Ghana move, but he is still talking about the power of Dr. Bawumia and not talking about what he brought to them to opposition. Dr. Bawumia should have resigned from his position as vice president with all indication that things were bad, and most especially when 80 MPs asked the president to sack the then Minister of Finance. Ono so ne dia ode ebaye enono. Now, this one also says that, please, I am Felix Bruku of Somenya. I want to tell the MPP delegates that Nanado, as president, cannot be at all places at the same time. And that was why he appointed ministers to represent him at all sectors. So, if the government fails it, it is the minister who has failed because they mandate the sectors. Dr. Mwamia is not a minister, he is a vice president. Thank you. And this one says, Kojo, can you call Noble Sinta Morrison and ask him if what I'm saying is not true? Okay, I've seen it. Ochaman, na hu ejumana fi ya shede ko ene de ebenyina. Ba men kan cha wo se Kessben University, Kessben University university a sebio opese uko school papa opese uma eco school anasa wankasa mu no unya ekwan na usua de ye na bibia tumi koye ma pa dia mepachowa entoto ase se obeko school bia keke enye school bia eni school a sebi ekonanim na edi kan ye pa eno ene eye Kessben University eno ene sese woko esane se eye school a ekonanim ye pa a teacher form go ho enye teacher keto professors ene mu doctors e go ho mo kira de no enye eye professors ne doctors keto akra enti Kessben University se men kan show se January February admission no or maybe I didn't know what person okoye BS woye nursing na fe so midwifery and I feel so BS computer science and entrepreneurship and I feel so business administration and I feel so ICT and I feel so BA in media and communication studies and I feel so BA in public administration and leadership studies and I feel to be in politics and international relations pardia na ye Kessben University and obeko na onyomo akwakudin sanwo so na wakwaje admission na wotimi akọ school no akosua de no tima BNS papa midwifery papa computer science and entrepreneurship and I feel so ye business administration ICT and I feel so ye media and communication studies pardia na ye Kessben University na se woko na onyomo di eyensa wo so na no mu edi nkomo eno nti ne sa wo pese woni mpemfo di nkomo yi na do don to me mfre na be WhatsApp kra na 050 163 7383 050 163 7383 050 163 7383 na woni Kessben University for endi nkomo na ombebo ye pa. So na make a choice say your Batampa Process Center say make a choice 40 years and above 40 money prostate hun commodity ya necessary ye die enu ntino ese say wo ye ntem na wo ba na wo ne ebedi nkomo say sebio wo Johnson na enko yie na wo Johnson na moja ta ekire wo Johnson na fa ye slow ne die pepacho Batampa Process Center na ese wo kọ na no mukodi enkomo yie pa omo wo henfo omo wo ye kaso afifi proud last stop kaso anyanya no kwan no so hwa na omo ewo Batampa Process Center say make a choice ye ntem na bra emema no na onsan wo yare friend no ewo 055 3800678 055 3800678 na wonne no endi enkomo no bebo ye pa sikasam de na opese okan ho asem de na ebe port na so no mukodi enkomo Bayport American Choice say the fixed deposit no gusua hu adwuma eno ntino yesi 2026 mu de opese sika de ebi won nsem na ebi ye adwuma na esande ewoma opa de a na oni Bayport for enkodi enkomo esane say Bayport ene betuma ni nyina ama wo enti Bayport American Choice on fixed deposit no mu guso enti say wukra 5000 Ghana cedis so the brand afa ba ko a sabi unsa be kan ye 1000 Ghana cedis as interest wo sika no so sa so na wukra 20000 Ghana cedis bo so minsia unsa be kan 820 Ghana cedis that was sika no so saso na okra 100,000 at the back for afeba kwa obenya 17,500 Ghana cedis e was so and ntem na woni Bayport for enkodi enkomo na opese wo yes adwumadi bia na se omo fixed deposit bia woni eyo rab Bonnie Emmanuel Bonnie enkodi enkomo on 0245 153283 0245 153283 and I say 020 4125878 020 4125878 now when a Bayport for endi enkomo sa so na me culture say dog activated charcoal powder so powder sonko a eboa yen ma ye stomach discomfort digestion and I face toxins ye pese ye hokoro ewo ye body mu nyina na mepacho a woni dog activated charcoal powder enye nua na fa bi kofie na bebo ye pa ye no ma toxins hayen and I face ye pese ye promote friend is a healthy living no mepacho a ye ne dog activated charcoal NGB na ye fan kofie na bebo ye pa bloating diarrhea and I face food poisoning and I face heartburn na ulcer pain stress and I face discomfort in your tummy and I feel so yemi or ya pa dia dog activated charcoal powder ebebo ye pa enti entem na ko pebi na to na wonsa ebeka bi ukọ pharmacy bia wonsa beka bi ukọ dia pharmacy Kumase Love Life pharmacy Kumase Pure Live Kumase Colina Kumase na na bwachi wotema mensa wotakrade Jobanet pharmacy Sunyane Delight pharmacy Okofrodia Wedama pharmacy Washama na feel so every single pharmacy bia wo kanshi drug lane bia no wonsa ebetumi akebi ewo hono from on 0598206885 0598206885 and after 0206616620 now ne omo endi enkomo we niema ewo hono ma sese medema wo na afi the man himself Ziga Atnase with Ziga stick ne famro na afi yenko yenimu ankaza Ziga machi bibia bokode
ye nyanko padu bia boko na
say radio dom kakra kra eguso
yes na me dia kwa ba yes na
bijutum
ma menka sem weti awa ma menka sem nchenkofo
okay
ahana etem yenye political party
Kessben 92.9
yenye pro new patriotic or NDC station they say they are no muhunu bi no se same so yes serving na eya ko say stations in nkofo tie ni more because eno obi NDC ni a opeso okọ NDC station na okoti asema na sumbadwe no form de make what say obi aso peso okoti NDC NPP station na sumbadwe no form bayania we are sitting on the fence trying to be a neutral people. No, they don't want to listen to some of us. But even when they listen to us, they want you to channel to their say something to massage their egos for them to feel comfortable. And then until you say, it's a ma sadiana ma other radio stations no and belong to political parties no. I say gradually so fakakra. It's almost the sadiana bar. Not Jenny say so NDC or NPP ni so it can be man a political party. I don't need to say. Last week, near the possibility Abema President Mahama as Abaye president. Near ka wasema. Ye papa mu nkufodi atem. Lawyer Dudako. Lawyer Dudako. One of the astute lawyers in this country when you go to Ashanti region or FEM, our Ashanti region south FEM of Greater Accra. And he screenshot a conversation and they said that look Adena Sanomawe Netimia escape the whole Ghana. It means that we have opened something at Romania they were discussing giddy and he gave me a screenshot. Especially there's a lawyer BFN Sira, he's a constitutional lawyer. He said what the Kessben people are doing I then to me as a escape here obedient me Misadenanka. We are here to educate. We are here to inform and entertain people. You entertain people on Saturdays, right? Yes. And we sit on the morning show. We educate and inform. That is the reason why we are here. Meeting the Triabekawa. And the maybe come out or one bow or political party. I don't care about your political party. They don't pay me. The big issue in this country is the president to be a man several 3 terms that. And now President Mahama Eban. Adia baku e di board e chiri say papa de betimi asaba be ye president biem obe kele constitution to become president again and yes ara na yeka ena waba ena me say there's no way that NDC will sit down for him to change the constitution to become a president again. NDC wouldn't allow him. What are the fifi kwete karo? Sure. You guys, they wouldn't allow him. Sure. But there's a way, a lacuna in the constitution that Obetimi Yusu as Adiabeye president. So this is a topic, big issue. When you see a discussion,
and the lawyer should come and tell us, say, the air canal, they were raising, it doesn't make sense.
Yes,
then we understand.
Yes. No.
Because clearly, I didn't know, and I can't want 7. These are loopholes.
Yeah.
Lacuna.
Lacuna, yeah.
So if we agree, say, we are making history now, say, Ubia ko Asamba. Are we not also looking at that same space in the Wahono to let people understand?
Good.
Where you are?
But they will say there wa kwaji sika se obeye Mahama agenda so onko tete. Enye me na makwaji sika be agenda. My problem me kan hye tell you. Me card ye den hye. My church article 68 mu. I don't want to go there again. They make what I say.
Yes.
Listen, my man started from a Fifi Kwete. He said, say, Obi obeye sadi ni biara. The person does not like their political party.
Sure.
Obi obeye sadi bi nipa no mpe Ghana. They are bootlickers and sycophants. I do agree with him. Meno, dibi na no odi ye na maintenance. TS ba make you. Because me, I have done psychology before. You understand? I have read psychological before. I deal with human behavior. Me no nam now time me who bet me one night. The American what say. Who should the dibi na no kind? It looks like the problem between Onene President Mahama. Omuntimi solve we. E shanakumem.
Why do you think they have a problem?
What they have a problem?
Their problem.
Fifi Kwete has a problem. President Rawlings took Fifi Kwete to President Mahama to make him a vice president. Running mate in 2020 elections. Yeah. That's a 2018.
Sir.
He gave Fifi Kwete to President Mahama to become a running mate. The reason why Fifi Kwete did not contest again or abandon parliament, the American writer say, Fifi Kwete went to parliament in 2012. With Okudeta Black Ogundebo, Saum group, no, and we call parliament. Or call parliament to just more can say, I feel you better how you do parliamentary business. No beer. Or I not just say call parliament to Penme Jai Debbie. Never. But Okudeta Black normal group in normal call 2012, 2016, 2020 decided not to go against it for 30. Yebusi was said that is what he promised on one kind of constituents. But when you did an investigation, it wasn't like that. That President Rawlings was not having a good time with Mahama. And remember when they were about to appoint the Yaba appointed president, vice president, Mahama as a vice president, who's almost the normal CA Rawlings. Even the time of the man as at 10 o'clock, when he reached there, they had already announced President Mahama. That issue in now, so Rawlings want a compensation or somehow, I don't know. He wanted the running mate to come from the voter region. And he gave Fifi Kwete to President Mahama as a running mate. And the President Mahama swerved him. He nearly ended his political career. Because that time, that time I have former deputy agri minister. And Wababet Nefi, or the parliamentary a binding co-position. One, we lose the Duma, Wabet Nefi, was a parliamentary, Wabet Nefi, was a party executive member. It was this case, Nas in the political career ended. That issue, Nina did the whole, it will share, yes, will share the real Casanwa. I say, Vim no day, I say, I'm still mourning. That's how that's how I see.
For me, I saw said this is a real leader, Jonas.
Oh yeah.
Whipping,
that's what
whipping his people in line.
But the demeanor not the kind, and he brought everything in him to assemble our work.
But I know you, and
that's how it is.
I mean, 50 has always been like that.
But you see, what I'm trying to establish is that issue is there. How he said it, it's how I don't like it. But you cannot fault the people that doing the bootlicking. You cannot fault those that are doing the sycophantic spending. Okay. Because the Constitution, Article 66, when you read the clause 2, Article 66 was a term of office of president. Now, was a person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. I had a problem. Was a person shall not do what? Elected. A person shall not do what? Elected. I'm repeating. A person shall not be elected to office for 2 terms. Now let me tell you something. 66 who can in this year. There's no way of catching and say, "Oh, by a former president, you can never be a vice president." That is the lacuna. That is where the root is. What do you mean by a vice president? Name tell so obetimia by a running mate a president. But you can never be elected 2 times. Jamaica what I say. Obetimia by a vice president ya appointed a vice president.
Okay.
The Constitution of Ghana was say the vice presidential candidate and the president are all elected on a single ticket. You understand? It's a 2 about the vice president and the president. But the vice president does not have the tenure. We do 2 terms BS or Oko. Jamaica what I say. Mahama can be running mate. Mahama can be appointed as a vice president in case he say the NDC said we need power in 2028. Na say the vice president decided to resign.
Okay.
Mahama can be appointed as a vice president as Mahama appointed Amisa Atta as a vice president.
Okay. Yeah, but truly, we're going to get lawyers to
but who's I say not elected. It means that Mahama cannot contest again to be elected.
Yes.
Was say not elected.
Yes.
Mahama can't contest and be elected again.
Yes.
But Mahama can be a running mate.
Yes.
Mahama can be appointed as a vice president. Then when you read the vice presidential office now, Article 60, or say the vice president and succession to the presidency. And you can 60 now. Was see anytime let me look where the Japan I mean and it says was say whenever the president dies, resigns, or removed from office, the vice president shall assume office as president for the unexpired term of office of the president with effect from the date of the death, resignation, or removal of the president.
Okay.
So there's a lacuna, a big time that we need to discuss.
Right.
So the constitutional review now, si ebeti mi akreti bibi ebesi sadi wa no kwaya. But until then, I still hope say President Mahama has a way without touching the constitution. Obeti mi asaba be president.
But I say happy birthday to you, Cindy Abna Dankwah Okan. Wave here Kenny Opoku do say happy birthday to you, Cindy Abna Dankwah Okan. Happy birthday to you. Another happy birthday to you, Elkanah Kojo Preko from the entire family. Happy birthday to you, Elkanah Kojo Preko. Happy birthday to you. Another happy birthday to you, Desmond Sophie, Immigration Officer at Upper West Region. Happy birthday to you, Desmond. God bless you. And it is 9:46. We're at the studios of 92.9 and face on your Kessben TV. So, very well see. And then they're showing leaving you in the good hands of Joe Laka and your team. It's a Monday morning, taking you through midfield action from now to 2 p.m. It's going to be exciting. And our production team now is led by Richard Apiasa, Fifi Addison, and our face with Danny and all the technical team. We are back again tomorrow, same time. Meet me here. I'm Sanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Next day, Joe Laka. Good morning. 47 minutes past the hour of 7 meeting. Area Mansanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah. You just join us at Kessben TV. Be watching Emo Akwaba. Saso and I will join here at 92.9. Me da wase. So do video at 92.9.
Be watching Emo Akwaba. Eba Kessben 92.9. And I feel so Kessben TV swore. Kessben Maakye sunye midin Area Mansanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah. And I make sure say any day dafofo ewo wabrabom. And until wasora no pay ya boya wo ewie die. Sorry waka na fa kukudru enante. Nenye gidi se eye den a erade ebeye amaw. And until u breakthrough ebebaso. Sorry na fa wo fidie no eto 92.9 and after so Kessben TV on DSTV channel 364 and then on Go TV channel 121 midin area mansen song for Kojo Preko Dankwah.